A single misstep drives a rusty spike upwards through the sole of your foot, bypassing the skin's defenses and planting a deadly seed deep in your muscle tissue. You might pull the nail out and ignore the bleeding, but a biological time bomb has already been armed inside your body. Science tells us that rust itself is not toxic. Rather, the rough, oxidized surface acts as a perfect microscopic hotel for dirt, manure, and ancient bacteria. When the metal enters your body, it acts as a delivery system, depositing these hidden pathogens into a place where they can thrive. The greatest danger lies in the shape of the wound, a deep, narrow puncture track that seals shut at the surface, cutting off the supply of fresh air. This creates an anaerobic environment, an oxygen-free dead zone, which is the only place these specific spores can survive. Awakened by the lack of oxygen, the dormant spores crack open and transform into active Clostridium tetani bacteria, multiplying rapidly as they feed on damaged cells. As they replicate, they begin to secrete tetanospasmin, a potent neurotoxin that is one of the deadliest substances on Earth. This toxin does not stay localized in your foot. Instead, it binds to motor neurons and travels backward up the nerve fibers toward your spinal cord. This process, called retrograde transport, turns your own nervous system into a highway for the poison to reach your brainstem. For days or even weeks, you feel perfectly healthy while the toxin slowly accumulates in your central nervous system, preparing to destroy your motor control. By the time you notice the first symptom, the chemical blockade is already in place, and it is too late to stop the cascade. The attack begins with the shortest nerves first, causing the powerful masseter muscles in your jaw to spasm and clamp shut uncontrollably. This is Trismus, or Lockjaw, a terrifying signal that the toxin has successfully hijacked the signals sent from your brain. At the molecular level, the toxin destroys the release of inhibitory neurotransmitters, essentially cutting the brake lines that tell your muscles when to relax. Without these chemical brakes, your neurons fire continuously, causing muscles to contract with full, unbridled force. The paralysis spreads to your face, pulling your eyebrows up and forcing the corners of your mouth back into a rigid, painful and permanent grin. This is the rhesus sardonicus, a sinister mask of happiness that hides the sheer agony of facial muscles tearing themselves apart. As the storm moves down your spine, the massive muscles of your back contract simultaneously, arching your body backward into a bridge shape. This state, known as Opisthotonus, is so violent that the force of your own muscles can fracture vertebrae and crush your spinal discs. Your nervous system becomes so hypersensitive that a simple touch, a flash of light, or a loud noise can trigger a full-body seizure. The brain sends chaotic signals to every muscle fiber at once, locking your entire body in a rigid state of excruciating pain. The ultimate danger arises when the spasms reach your diaphragm, freezing the muscle tight and making it physically impossible for your lungs to inflate. Without immediate mechanical ventilation and heavy sedation, the patient will suffocate within minutes inside their own locked body. Survival often requires a medically induced coma for weeks until the body can grow new nerve endings to replace the damaged ones. It is a grueling, months-long recovery that serves as a stark reminder of the power of a simple tetanus vaccine.